So David, here we are in Times Square. I see billboards everywhere, but what do you see?
It's hard for me not to pay attention to the motion. I mean, for me, everything I do has always been about motion. I didn't understand why people wanted to use computers to do anything other than animation. It's quite obvious here when it's all laid out together. But if you think about it, when you look at your phone, you just power up your phone, you see something moving. When you power up your car, you see something moving. When you're using your car, you see things moving on the screen. When you power up your computer, the intro animation to the operating system, those things have to be designed by someone, and they're everywhere. When we created After Effects, we wanted to create a tool that allowed people to fit things together and build the animation, the motion design that they wanted to create. The analogy I use is a Lego building blocks, right? With a bunch of Lego blocks, you can build anything, right? Because you know how they fit together and you know how to fit together things to make something. So with After Effects, we wanted to build those tools, those blocks, which end up being layers and keyframes and compositions that connect to compositions, that once you understand how it works, you can now create anything. And it's, instead of building a thing with that, you are building a machine that has video and images that flow in, and a finished composition flows out at the bottom.
You know, one of the things that I love that you've been talking about is how motion design has become democratized. How was this stuff done before After Effects?
When we created After Effects starting in '92, we were up against $1 million hardware. And so it was something that was not available to most people. And we had to spend a lot of time convincing people that, wait, you can do this quality stuff on a computer? I mean, nowadays, it's all done only on computer, but back then you had to have dedicated hardware or an optical printer. We really wanted to make it more accessible to more people. And yeah, at about 1,000th the cost of the previous hardware, it did that. It's great satisfaction for me to create that kind of art, because I love it, but I can't create it myself. So I have to work one level in direct, create the things that let other people create this kind of motion. Once After Effects and Photoshop and Illustrator were all together in the Creative Cloud, it allowed the motion designers to work seamlessly from product to product and create something in Photoshop, add in some design from Illustrator, bring them together in After Effects, put them in motion, and then maybe combine it into a video and generate the final result.
And get them out here in the real world.
Yeah, and then up here. Yeah, well, especially now during the pandemic, when we have people working from home, yeah, someone can just be working in their bedroom, and the next day it could show up on one of these enormous screens.